face with that picture, and your case should be dismissed. And by the way, there are hundreds and hundreds of these tickets being given, and it takes 3 or 4 or 5 months sometimes for them even to try and figure out who is driving it. And they say that they're trying to figure out who's driving it, but I don't know really what the follow-up is in something like that.
I have no idea. I don't know either.
Interesting situation. And this has nothing to do with whether or not you ran the red light or not. It's just that the ticket was given to the wrong person. Then there's a whole litany of things to do if you get a red light ticket and you are, quote, the actual person in the picture.
Hey, Edith, you know what you might do? Before you fill out the form and don't disclose your mother's identity, tell your mother that you're thinking about what to do and that you'd like her to do your laundry.
Yes, I know. She needs to do something for me.
I think that's
probably called extortion.
I think so.
And that's a felony.
We're joking now, you know.
So
yes.
If
your
you
mother
move from innocence on a red light ticket to felony, I don't want to know about it. Don't do that.
But you can do our laundry for us.
Thank you so much for your help.
All right, Edith.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks for calling Legal Help Live.
And if
good call.
And for those of you who are more interested in it, you can take a look at our website, ssjlaw.com. There's a section on Legal Help Live, and there were a few different articles and comments on traffic tickets, radar tickets, red light camera tickets,
all true.
Speeding, and what you can or cannot do in terms of potentially defending those. So you might want to take a look at that. That's I would look at ssjlaw.com, and then there's a little button on the top that says Legal Help Live.
Yes, informative and helpful.
Right, gives you answers.
Yeah. Well, moving from the United States Supreme Court and the argument concerning class action to litigation, here's a case.
What's litigation? What is that?
Litigation, lawsuits, trials. Yes.
Okay, I remember lawyers that used to say they were litigating lawyers.
Yes.
And I would say that means you've never tried a case before in your life.
What's a trial? What's a trial lawyer?
Trial lawyer is somebody who actually goes to trial.
And how about? Okay, good.
I mean
I guess that could be a distinction because there are lawyers who
they want to call themselves litigation lawyers.
You ever try a case?
Oh yeah.
You ever try a jury trial?
Oh yeah.
Could you? Too many that you can't count them anymore.
No, I keep track of all of them.
Really?
Right. No, there's a lot.
How about that one in 1971?
No.
Okay.
I remember those.
That's before my time.
They were all cases with naked women.
Well, how about this one? We have a 4-year-old who was riding a bicycle with another 4-year-old. The two are going down a sidewalk. They have training wheels on their little bicycles, and one of them runs into an 87-year-old woman, which is tragic because the woman, several months later, died of her injuries.
She died of the injuries?
She died of her injuries. She's
From
87.
The 4-year-old tyke on a trike?
4-year-old ran into the 87-year-old woman. The 87-year-old woman fell down, fractured her hip, and 3 months later she died. But can you sue the 4-year-old girl?
Well, would you want to sue the 4-year-old girl?
Well, the estate of the 87-year-old woman wants to sue the 4-year-old girl, and the Superior Court judge just now said, yes, you can do that.
It sounds like a case that would be in New York City.
This is a case, well, you're close. It was in Manhattan. In New York City. You're absolutely right.
You can sue children. You can get guardian ad litem appointed for them.
Yeah.
But are the parents liable for the acts of the children?
They sued the little girl.
Is the homeowner's insurance that if the parents had that, would that be liable? I mean, I just saw.
I don't know.
I just recently saw a case where someone was at one of the major discount places, and the kid was 5 or 6 year old was running along, knocked the woman down, and she broke her wrist.
Right.
And I'm going, I mean, is there going to be a lawsuit in that situation? And should the mother have held on to the 6-year-old kid for dear life?
At some point, there's an age where a child can't be found negligent. I mean, they're just too young. Is 4 years old that age?
I'm sure it's probably.
I'm sure that's close.
That case will not end up any place. I mean, it reminds me of
sad
of the McDonald's hot coffee case.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know you've written a bunch of stuff justifying how it was appropriate.
Why there should be a big judgment against McDonald's, because McDonald's knew what they were doing in brewing the coffee that hot so that they could save some money and not use so many coffee grounds. And they said to themselves, you know what? If somebody gets burned, somebody gets burned. But we're saving a lot of money.
So now, speaking about your favorite hamburger joint, McDonald's,
No.
what are they doing with the Happy Meals now?
Well, let's talk about that when we come back from our break.
Happy Meals!
Happy Meals when we come back from our break. Everybody, you're watching City TV Channel 16 in Santa Monica. If you're in Los Angeles, you're watching LA 36. Don't change the channel. If you're on hold, stay on hold because we're going to be right back.
We're going to be with Happy Meals.
And if you want to call in, it's 1-800-405-4222, and we'll see you in just a moment. Ralph Saltzman here, Steve Solomon right next to me. We're the Legal Help Live team. Telephone number is 1-800-405-4222. That's a toll-free number. That's the number you call to get in and ask a legal question and get a legal answer. And Steve, now what's happening? I hear that the Attorney General's office has announced that from some unknown source it has found enough thiopental to execute 4 more people on death row. They have 12 grams of sodium thiopental, and that's enough to execute 4 people. It's got an expiration date in 2014, and the question is, where do they get that stuff? The legal defense team, legal defense teams, plural, are asking the question, where did you get that stuff? It couldn't have been from the United States. It must be foreign. And if it's foreign, then it's defective. And if it's defective, we're getting into an Eighth Amendment cruel and unusual situation because the stuff is not good enough to kill people. I mean, it's good enough to kill people, but it's not good enough to kill people painlessly.
Do you really think the California public believes in the death penalty, or do you think they don't believe in the death penalty today?
I think
if it would be ballot death, DEATH, proposition on the ballot today.
I don't know who's got more money.
And everybody has $160 million to spend.
Yes.
161.